Can you tell me where exactly things now are?
Okay. Where we are now is that a few weeks ago, as you probably know, the Commission's final report on the investigation came out. That was the formal end of the investigative process. So that process is finished. Now, under the regulation governing GSP+, the Commission must make a recommendation to Council based on the findings of the report. As we have done at every stage of this process, we offered the opportunity to the Sri Lankan authorities to either contribute or to make their views known on, in this case, the final report. That has now been done. On Friday, I was summoned to the Foreign Ministry, and a reaction, formal reaction from the Sri Lankan authorities was communicated to the Commission. We will now move towards the recommendation, and that recommendation goes to Council. And Council will have 2 months in which to take a decision. That decision will come into force 6 months after the date is taken. So that's where we are in terms of the process. I might add that a number of newspapers, for reasons I'm not entirely sure, keep mentioning the European Parliament. In this process, under current structures of the Union, under the current procedures of the Union, the Parliament has no formal role in this process. The Commission informs Parliament, but there is no decisional role for Parliament. The decision remains with the Council. The Commission recommends, the Council decides.
Coming to the response that you mentioned, which was given by the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry, and I quote from it, in this situation of the very foundation of the EU report bring into question, it would be reasonable to keep action on the document in abeyance while the authorities of the European Commission and the government of Sri Lanka continue a constructive engagement concerning the issue at hand. Now, how is the dialogue proceeding with the government?
Well, we welcome it, and we do continue to welcome the creation of a very high-level committee made up of 4 ministers to manage this dossier. That provides us with a focus for continued discussion. We have every intention of pursuing the opportunity of continued dialogue. Of course, in terms of procedure, we are legally obliged now to issue a recommendation. That's not something that is really optional for the Commission. We're obliged now to issue this recommendation. Having said that, and as I've said on a number of occasions, this isn't like turning on and off a switch. It's a process, and it's a process which we hope will have as its final result the retention by Sri Lanka of the GSP Plus concessions. Clearly, to do that, there are a number of things which have to be addressed, and some of those are contained within the Commission's final report. Now, there are obviously quite clearly, understandably, different views on that report and indeed on the process. However, I'm hoping that we can both look to the future, both Sri Lanka and the European Commission, and really address the task at hand, which is, of course, getting to a situation where the Commission can recommend the maintenance of GSP+, hopefully without any break.
The report also mentions, the response by Sri Lanka also mentions that it actually alleges that the European Union is using the GSP Plus concessions as a political weapon, and reports a certain member of the Commission saying something in 2008. Can you respond to that? But your opinions on that statement?
Well, we don't share the appreciation of the government as far as that's concerned.
I'm bringing a number again from the report. It talks about 270,000 people who are directly employed in the government sector, and experts in the government sector responded by saying a few weeks back rather that there will be about 50,000 jobs lost in the government sector if the GSP Plus concessions are to be taken off. how do you think this will impact? What would the repercussions be for the Sri Lankan government, A, and B, how would the repercussions be towards the European Union and its operations?